in the bushes, and they passed him.
It's supposed to be in
Can
front
you
of me
read
because
that
I'm
part
chasing you.
first?
You're not chasing me. He came to land a sign.
Oh yeah, no, sorry.
And so he climbed on Sinai. Wait! So he climbed on Sinai. He got talked to. Meanwhile, the Israelites were like, what's Moses doing up on that mountain? What's he doing? And Moses confused. And so they made a golden calf. And worship it, you need to come down to the Israelites. And so they worshiped the golden calf. And then Moses jumped back up on the mountain. And then he came down the mountain. And he saw himself worshiping the cow.
And then tablet and do the cow. Ah! And they come back and mountain.
Actually, you did. Did you? Okay, up on the mountain. Then he came back down the mountain. And God started to smoke the Israelites. Ah! And other Israelites were like, don't smoke us, God! It's like, okay. So then, I'm sorry, they ran to Canaan's land.
Yep.
Move!
This is like lap number 5.
I wish they did.
They really should have warned us about mopping. And they were like, hey, look, the kids I never crossed out again. Like,
Let's jump mountain.
They saw lots of things. They're like, we're going to take them to big things in. God's like, you're not going to do that, I promise you.
And they ran.
Oh, yeah. And they ran. Actually, they didn't run.
Oh yeah, not yet.
They got damaged. And then they ran.
We got banned for 40 years.
40 years. And they got lost.
Oh, silence.
And they were lost for 40 years.
They're taking a break.
40 years is a very long time to be running. And you get tired after running for 40 years. And then they
got this.
They got there.
And when they got there,
They stopped running.
and they forgot it.
But see, you forget one thing. During that 40 years, some of them died. It's just sad. But then they grew like me.
And they woke up.
And they were like,
Well, fun.
look, there are all these other people in King's Son. God's like, you must go in there and take the land. And so they began to fight. Get away from you Amalekites. You Midianites. You Ammonites. Ah! And I conquered the land, but we didn't actually listen to God, and God some of the people stayed. And so, they began to be friends with these bad people because they're supposed to be friends. And so that caused a lot of problems. I hate you. I don't like that shirt. And so, the Israelites started having a lot of conflict. And so they sent him judge, and they sent him Jephthah, who is a judge.
I'm a judge.
And he slayed people. And then it's, ow! You don't slay me. There's no one else to slay. Oh, okay. Okay. Hey! And then they sent him Shamgar. He slayed people too.
Why are you saying me?
Because they did what he said. And then sent Gideon, they sent a lot of other people, and they cleared out the land. See, the judges based the rules, but they were the king. And so, God brought them Saul, who, to be honest, is really more of a judge than he is a king. But you really don't need to know that. So anyway, they brought him Saul. So let's go.
I'm Saul. I'm sitting on my throne.
But while Saul was king, he had a big fight with the... Ow. You have to sit on me.
Sorry, I'm not sitting
While
on
Saul was king, he had a big fight with these people called the Philistines, who looked a lot like Robbie, who decided to come and join us.
Come here, Robbie.
So Saul went to face the Philistines. Yes, that's right. That's exactly what happened to the Israelite character. So David comes up, and he's like, you want a piece of this? Wow, you're scary. Actually, David's more like, wow, you're tall. Stone. And David slayed him. You okay? Good. So David, he sat on the throne. Actually, David was so cool, he stood. And David did a lot of stuff. He was cool, he was a good king. And God made a covenant with David. And he said, you know what? You're going to make a lineage for me. And it's going to be holy. And in fact, it's through the lineage of David that Jesus is born. But we're not done yet, because in David had a king, his name was Solomon. Solomon was the wisest person in the world. And being so wise, he had a lot of females. No.
That's what's woke up
And he
there.
had a lot of money. But unfortunately, Solomon was a very arrogant man, so eventually, he was no longer king. Solomon also got the book between the asses. Oh, wisdom. So then came Rehoboam, and Rehoboam wasn't really that good. The king was actually kind of sniveling and whining. Nibble and whine.
Who are you?
That's not whining. So God struck down Rehoboam, and the kingdom of Israel split. And then you have the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. And central one of these kingdoms told another kingdom about the kingdom about the Assyrians. And then by the 60, the southern kingdom got beaten. Who they could be? The Babylonians. Meanwhile, there are all these prophets who are really cool and do a lot of nifty stuff. You got Isaiah, who comes in, and he's like, God calls him and says, I need people to go unto my people. And Isaiah's like, I'll go, God. And he's like, okay, go. And he reads his people these messages. Unfortunately, when the Babylonians take over Jerusalem, it's a very sad time. And you get prophets like Jeremiah who write the book of Lamentation, which basically sums it up as,
And more whining.
lamenting! Lamenting!
And crying.
And
And weeping. And more lamenting.
Also, there are a bunch of minor prophets, and if they were really that important, they'd be called major prophets. But since they're not, we're going to skip over a lot.
And the minor.
Yeah, they're minor, but they're tiny. But there is one who's really cool. His name is Jonah. Jonah was told to go to Nineveh. He didn't go to Nineveh. He ran.
And he went.
But God sent a whale after him.
There's a whale after me! There's a whale after me!
I can only move so fast.
I'm gonna get eaten! I'm gonna get eaten! I wish we did this a little bit. I'm gonna get eaten!
And he ate him. Yum. I'm full. Meanwhile, well, God was in. Well, Jonathan, he realized he should have gone to him. And so, God threw up the whale. He cleaned himself off. After he got up. And he went to Nineveh.
And you ran!
All the way to Nineveh. You don't have to run that far. Nineveh is actually right where Amanda is. You don't have to.
And there I went to Nineveh!
And he get this message that people in Nineveh, if you don't repent, you're going to be destroyed. And you know what they did?
They repented!
I'm asking you. Do you know what they did?
Repented!
Well, come on, people. You just had an entire country repent. Actually, it's a city, regardless. What'd they do?
They
Can you be a
repented.
little louder? Yeah, you're right. Good enough. And so, more or less, the moral of the story is that Israel was very unfaithful to God. But God is always faithful to Israel. And that's pretty much the big points of the history of Israel. Thank you very much. It's been a great audience. Hope you had a lot of fun.
Booyah. I think you lost like 5 pounds.
I'm a little bit tired.
You should be.
I just did the Old Testament in like 15 minutes.
More like 42. Well, that's what the time says on the screen.
It was like 15.
That was 17 minutes long.
Yeah, about.
Way to go, us.
So not quite 15 minutes, but pretty close, so we'll give them a hand. For presenting the Old Testament, the East County and Antioch Churches of Christ. For presenting the Old Testament in 17 minutes and 40 seconds. Give them